Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. We've had 6 morning strategy trades that have all won consecutively. Can we continue that streak into today, right after the intro? As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that you put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so what am I talking about? 6 consecutive morning sessions have hit. So if we go back to Friday, both oil sessions, session 1 from 8 to 9, and then session 2 from 9 to 10, Central Time, both hit. Gold hit. Yesterday, all 3 morning strategies also hit. So strategy's been, you're going to have some periods of ups and downs. What you're really trying to do in trading is you really want to see over the long run how the strategy is going to perform. And yes, there's going to be fluctuations that are going to go up and down, timing, market conditions, news reports that come out. You've got to be aware of almost everything. I created a video a few weeks back on my 5 simple steps that I take every single morning to get ready to trade and what I do after my trading day. I'm going to link that. That video is going to be the video card that'll be linked in this video today. I think it's extremely important to be ready mentally, to be ready with your equipment, to be ready with your charts, to understand what news events are coming out that morning. Today we have, red news, high impact news coming out of Europe. So, and that moves the market. That absolutely moves the market. And if you're in a trade, regardless of what instrument you're trading, the indices, the ES, the NQ, oil, gold, it's going to have an impact. And some people see a huge wick and they're in a trade and they get knocked out and they're like, what just happened? Well, news just happened. So make sure that you have a checklist of items that you need to get ready for that trading day. And then quickly, we'll just go over the recap from yesterday's trades. Inside bar, 845. We get activated to the long, full take profit. Max max trade, 35 ticks. Beautiful trade there. In oil, we had an inside bar at 805. We had some consolidation that happened right after that. You can see that's what I think that these inside bars do so well at, is to kind of see that built up pressure, consolidation, mini range of where the market's going, and a breakout of that. So we were activated to the long, 29 ticks. Second session was also a winner. We get activated on the second candle of session number 2 at 905. Full take profit there as well. So our Top Step $50,000 eval account currently sits up at 50,861. So that is positive news. Not sure what happened, where the rules went. Let's see. Oh, there they come. So we've got a profit target that we need to hit of $3,000. Currently, like I said, just mentioned, we're plus 861. So we've got a few more conditions to hit there. Let's see. And then let me just go over really quickly the NQ trade from yesterday, because we actually did get activated. And we got activated. We had a short signal here. We had a few signals. I guess we can go through all of them. This is pre-market. This one was at 9:15 to go short, closed above the ADMA, does not fit my condition. Here we go, we get activated, we get a setup to go short. Time condition's good, pattern's good. We would have an entry order right here, 1 tick below. We close above the ADMA. Trade gets canceled. So not the momentum we're looking for. And then right at 1:15, we get activated into a short, gets activated. This thing pushes straight down, I think for 22, maybe 23 points. Then kind of reverses on us and was sitting pretty much, you were in some drawdown here, not 35 points of drawdown. So we didn't hit our stop. And then this thing comes all the way back and actually exits at session close. I unfortunately around 2:30, 2:40, I closed out of here on this down candle for a very, very small loss. I think it was $150, just because we were getting to the end of the session. I don't know what can happen. Obviously, I would have loved to stayed in. I would have probably been able to take maybe $300 or $400 profit on that trade. But regardless, even if you were to close at session close, you would have closed out at a slight profit. Not the best trade. Again, it's right at the end of my time condition. I'll take the trade, but at the same time, just be very careful with that last hour in the session. So let's see here what we can take this morning, and stick around for the trade recaps.
Order canceled.
All right, here we get into our first, I should say my first trade of the morning. This is in gold. Small trade. I believe it was about 10 or 11 ticks on this trade. And we've got the overnight open, which is kind of where we're heading to. I like the trade because, I kind of see it as a magnet. I don't use it as a discretionary tool to keep me in or out of a trade. But at the same time, like I've mentioned before, I like to use it as a reference. And I do believe that it's a strong magnet. So the fact that our TP is sitting right above it, I'm okay with this trade. I like it. Liked it from kind of like the get-go. And we're just looking, obviously, for some kind of momentum downwards, which we're having kind of a problem getting here. And that's the kind of the simplicity of these trades. The conditions are clear cut. Your stop loss and take profit are pretty clear cut, and you're just pretty much waiting for them to go full take profit, full stop loss. Obviously, we prefer full take profit. That is obviously the ultimate name of the game on these trades. But you're just looking for temporary momentum movements out of an area, and in my case, out of an inside bar. And unfortunately, on this trade in gold, it doesn't look like we got that momentum shift. We didn't get the magnet effect either from the overnight open. So now we're kind of just here hanging by a thread.
Stop filled.
All right, so that was our first loss here in gold for the day. Smaller trade for sure. All right, here we get activated into oil session 2. Comes in almost at the end of our session 2 window, which is from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time. We get that inside bar there, and we get a break to the short, and decent sized trade here. Oil was on a pretty strong uptrend. We got one leg down, you could see to the left, kind of peaks out at the top and then gives us another leg down. So you can, obviously if you're looking at this purely price action, for it to take profit here, you're pretty much looking for a new lower low. And I'm just looking for a momentum play. Again, 20 something ticks that we're looking for here. I think it was 27 ticks, so $270 or $260. It's just a temporary momentum shift is what we're looking for. And I believe you got the overnight open as well. So If anything, you've got the overnight open there that you can see price action has kind of been consolidating with, and you can either repel from the overnight open or you can be a magnet to it. So that's just a part of the trade. Obviously we got a decent push down. Had some sellers kind of step in, and very quickly buyers kind of defended it. So when you start seeing quick shifts like that, you start to wonder if buyers here now are stepping in to take this to new higher highs. That is definitely a possibility here. And based on the upcoming buying action, that's pretty much what happens.
Stop filled.
So we couldn't keep the momentum going today. And that's going to be part of trading. I mean, you go through a stretch there where you've got 6 successful morning trades in a row. And to expect that momentum to obviously keep going is probably not the most realistic thing in the world. But you got to take the good days with the bad days, take the bad days with the good days. Hopefully by the end you've got more good days than bad days. So I know that's oversimplified, but that's honestly, I think that's the biggest issue with trading in general, is that people like to overcomplicate things. And to be honest with you, I like to kind of simplify as many things as I can. So in general, a market was, if we look at gold here, a lot of inside bars, not a lot of great movement. The CL oil obviously had a great upward trend. Then we got into a leg down. This is where we got activated, obviously, to the short. I like the trade too. I mean, you got the overnight open that's right above it. Obviously it is going to consolidate there, so maybe a little bit of a tougher trade. But you get that nice rip up going forward. The NQ is also kind of ugly, so let me pull up. Let's see, what do we got here? The 15-minute chart doesn't really, well, let me see. This might affect my strategy here, but let's just see what happens if I move it down to a 5-minute. So this is a 5-minute candle. I think this shows it a little bit better. I mean, this is tough to trade here on the NASDAQ for sure. So, there's no clear movement in the market at all. So on the 15-minute rod reversal, no setups here today. Would be very difficult with this type of price action. More than likely, I'll probably just be shutting off. Pretty much not looking for any trades after this video. So took a loss today, $390 on the eval. And as you guys saw the trades, we got activated into a gold short that that pretty much was, I mean, it was a pretty nasty trade. In, out pretty quickly. Smaller size, so at least the risk wasn't huge. In oil, I did not take session 1. I was looking only for session 2, and in session 1, again, just a nasty reversal, got ticked in, and I think we were obviously green just a little bit right in the beginning. Reversed back up. Again, smaller trade. Definitely was in session 2, which you just saw right now, and took a pretty decent sized loss on that trade as well. So again, in trading, you're going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days. But I will tell you one thing. If you think that, I'm down $390, could I take a trade and get back some of that money or get back all of that money? Yeah, probably could. Could I take a trade that loses and compounds that $390 loss to 500 or 600? Yeah. Those are the risks that you take when you overtrade, when you trade outside of your rules and outside of your conditions. So hopefully that helps some traders out there. We live to fight another day. Tomorrow we'll be at it. Let's go get it. Happy trading, everyone.